Good morning.
Good morning. My bad. Bringing that thing on in, man. This is usually not my job. This is Artika's job, so
I'm further away this time.
forgive me. I can sit back.
You're supposed to
Um.
say you're welcome.
Oh yeah. Welcome to another episode of the Love Brew podcast. I'm your host Tommy T,
I'm Artika.
and Quad is here, and
And
Lily is
Lily's
here.
here.
The whole gang is here. So, yeah, we got an episode today.
Yeah. So we are right now at my mother's house.
Good morning, cousin. Can
We
y'all hear us well? Because I'm trying out this new mic
yeah, because it
system.
was way too much to bring everything else that we had
Oh
at
yeah.
home.
So
Um, I guess I'll find out if they can hear us first.
you say what?
That's how I was waiting to find out if they could hear us first.
Oh, well, I mean, what was you finna say?
Oh, that we are uh on location.
Oh,
Yet again. This time around, we are in town for a funeral. My grandfather passed away, so
stop, man.
we had to come in town to celebrate his life. I don't know if I ever told the story here, but my granddad is who I'm named after. So Artika. And he passed away last week, 95 years old. And so we are here for his celebration of life. So the
Mm-hmm.
gang is all here. We got Lily back because she was gone uh, for a week here.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just really easy to come back and pick her up this time because, we here.
Yeah.
Anywho, I look
Um.
down at his phone. He looking at things that I wasn't expecting him to be looking at.
Oh.
And I don't mean that in a bad way.
I'm trying to share the thing like
Oh,
I
you're trying to share
usually
the
do.
live. Yes,
Mm.
he lived a long and beautiful life. My grandfather was an artist. So you can always just look him up on Google, see some of his paint work. Artwork. He specialized in like black cowboys. That was his thing. But he did a lot of other artwork as well. He did a lot of art around the city of Memphis because he was employed by the government as an artist. But Artique, Artiek, and he will come right up. Artique the artist.
Yeah.
All right.
As you guys can see, Quad has a low haircut. He as they call it, he got his ears lowered this
Lily said,
past
"This
week.
is my baby."
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Quad got his first haircut. He was not feeling it.
Yeah.
Tommy had to go back after the fact over it again. What was that? About 4 days after?
Yeah. Well,
And
it's like he didn't when he first started, he didn't let you finish. You know, he's squirming and trying to move and everything like that. So he just, I was like, well, I hit it again when I do mine. You know what I'm saying? So um, I hit it again. He did a lot better that second time. So it was just an experience for me to like,
that
all
was the
right,
first
buddy.
kid whose hair you cut.
Yeah, I think. What are you
Um,
doing?
she don't know. Yeah, so I ended up having to hold Quad through a little over half of the first haircut. The second one, he stood there. He complained, but he stood there.
Yeah, I damn near put Quad in the headlock the first time. It's like, come here, man.
That's why I had to intervene.
It's like, dog.
Tommy laughed at me because I said, save one of the little curls and put it in his baby book that doesn't exist.
Yeah. So I did, and it's still just sitting on the counter
Do you put it in the bag?
in a Ziploc bag.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's in the bag.
Uh,
What else happened this week, man? It's been a very unadventurous week. I was
yeah.
able to do a lot of stuff, get a lot of stuff done, but outside of that, man, this is impressive.
What is
That light,
impressive? Oh, okay. Yeah, because it's dark in this room.
Look, I'm like, y'all think I would be light skinned with caramel complexion.
Anywho,
This is like a Hershey's chocolate right here.
what else I put on the
This is a
list?
lot of sugar in here. I ain't expect it to be this sweet.
Sorry.
No, it's all good.
Because you're not used to drinking anything with sugar in it. Because when I make your coffee, it doesn't have sugar.
Yeah.
Having tea
Come
this
on,
morning.
man. Bruh.
I have become a bit of a coffee snob, and my mama them. I don't even say I'm a coffee snob. I just don't like Folgers instant coffee, and that's what my mama has. So tea it is.
Can he have his truck back? Okay. Um, we sitting up here pulling straws because we like, man. So what are we talking about?
I got a list.
Oh, where is it?
Thank you, cousin.
Hubert, I've been meaning to hit you up this whole week, man. I'm gonna hit you up today, later on today. I like using these mics. I just gotta hear what it sounds like to see.
I'm trying to pull up
The cutest thing happened too when we got here. Lily and Quad like missed each other, and you could tell they've been hanging out with each other. And then like 15 minutes later, they got to arguing with each other. Yeah. I was like, oh.
And then last night they went to sleep holding hands.
I was like, you guys. Did you pull it up?
Yeah. I was like, I don't really know what y'all got going because they were arguing because he slung her baby out of her. My mom bought her doll a bed.
Yeah.
And he slung her baby doll out of the bed and she was heated. Mm-hmm. And then 10 minutes later, they was in bed holding hands, going to sleep. I don't know what to make of them in their relationship, but it's their relationship.
Yeah. I think it's cool though, man. It's like, it reminds me of me and my sister's relationship. Good morning, Sharon.
Y'all used to go to sleep holding hands?
Nah, it's like we would fuss and argue with each other and all that good stuff. And then, next thing you know, we playing, together and stuff. And we take up for each other and stuff like that.
I don't understand it because I don't have the in-home close in age sibling dynamic. Yeah. Like I didn't have that growing up. I do have a brother that's close in age to me, but we have different moms. So
and that was the thing, man. It's like it's like like just seeing them reminds me of me and my sister, and they like the age range is a little different, but
because you and your sister are a year apart. Yeah, not even. No, it is a year.
It's 13 months. Yeah, and like just seeing it, it's like, oh man, I remember those days. And it's gonna get to a point where she bosses him around, and he's just gonna do it because that's what I did. But when he, it's just the cutest little thing to see, man, and it's funny.
You open it right here. We here.
I guess we're gonna get right into it, man.
There you go.
The Celtics lost last night. I know.
Thank you, Sharon. Yeah. Tommy. Oh, him in that game was rough because he was snoring every like 5 to 7 minutes. He was like falling asleep. It was a long day yesterday.
Yeah, that was the thing. It was that, like I was tired and I was never able to catch up, And why are y'all right here?
I don't know. I told him to go in there.
Quad's looking at the light, and Lily's just like, you ain't gonna forget me.
Everybody's here. Me too.
Oh.
What? Okay.
So I'm sorry, guys. I know that was loud. But anyway, yeah, so the Celtics lost last night. So that takes us to 3-1. Mm-hmm. I don't expect us to lose any, so like the series.
Oh, so. Look, Grandma got breakfast.
Go ahead, Lou. Watch the camera. You too.
That's what you need to tell to watch the camera.
Watch the camera, sir. Okay. So
that's the one thing I never thought we'd have in the background of a video. A house phone ringing.
It is what it is, though. This is what we got. Real life.
You were talking about the Celtics.
Yeah, man. So we up 3-1. I don't expect us to lose the series, but stranger things have happened, but not that. Um, so we're going back home. We play Monday at 8:30
Eastern.
Eastern, and yeah, this last game though, man, I just couldn't stay up, and then it wasn't. It just wasn't hidden for me, and we lost, but we went down by like 40 points. I was like,
Yeah.
yeah,
I
man.
looked at it at one point. It was down by like 25, 27, something like that. And I was like, well,
I was like, yeah, we ain't like.
I'm out. Not that I was ever
I
in.
was like, I don't know what happened. They just took a day off, I guess. I don't know, but
They
that's what it
was
was,
tired.
possibly. Um, what else on the list? You gotta do. I don't have it pulled up.
So I talked to you about the Chris Brown photo shoots.
Yeah.
So this thing has been going. Okay. This thing has been
What?
going. She gave me some bacon.
Oh,
The thing
all
has been
right.
going on the internet because Chris Brown is currently on tour of people posting their meet and greet photos.
Good morning, Linda.
Good morning, Linda. Um, these photos, I think people are paying like, I know at minimum $1,000 for these meet and greets with Chris Brown. And what he's doing is you meet him, take a picture with him, any pose that you want, he's gonna do. And I saw something online where a guy broke up with his girlfriend um, over the photo that she took with Chris Brown because it was like prom style. Chris Brown standing behind her, holding her waist. And so I showed the picture to Tommy and I asked him, did he think that that was grounds for breaking up? Of course, he immediately went into husband Tommy instead of
Come on, man. High vibe.
boyfriend Tommy. And he was like, I just feel like if you're going to waste $1,000 of my money, it need to be better than that. And I was like, well, you got to think about it. Boyfriend, girlfriend relationship. It's her money, not their money. So how do you feel about it then? And I can't remember what your answer was.
I don't know. I still don't like. I didn't like personally. I don't like it. Like, bro. Well, first off, you spent $1,000 for a picture with Chris Brown.
Mm-hmm.
Take nothing away from Chris Brown, but Chris Brown is just another human being. And you spent $1,000 on
Would
a
you have
picture.
not felt away if it was, say, $500-$600 floor seats?
Mm-mm. Floor seats, for like, I get that you're paying for the experience of
Mm-hmm.
the show,
Mm-hmm.
and that's like normal price for a ticket,
Mm-hmm.
right? But what's the cost of a photo?
He put one on it.
I'm just saying,
Let's just
like,
say it's $1,000. I don't know exactly what they cost,
no,
but I remember last tour was around about that
no, I'm
much.
saying like regular tours, right, of artists.
Mm-hmm.
You want to sit on the floor, you're gonna pay a lot more money. $500-$600 are a reasonable price for that product.
Mm-hmm.
Not saying that I wouldn't pay for it, but for that product, VIP things
Mm-hmm.
are I don't know how much VIP stuff is because if I pay for that, I ain't paid for none. And I
Mm-hmm.
ain't been looking to pay for none. But you're gonna pay a more premium price.
Mm-hmm.
But you pay $1,000 to take a photo with somebody.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see the value of that don't add up for me. I ain't speaking for nobody else, but it just doesn't add up for me.
Huber said, I think it's grounds for breaking up. I need to make this bigger. If a dude dropped $1,000 to take a hugged up picture with Megan Thee Stallion working on him, she'd dump him.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like I think it's like I ain't finna. How can I say this? Like she took the picture in a prime style after she paid $1,000 for it, and we'd have to have a discussion before and after. Um, but I don't know if I would immediately break up.
I
But I
don't
think
think
I think breaking up is a grounds. It's in the realm. It's not. I don't think it's an overreaction.
So I guess there's all these factors because
Morning,
how
Lisa.
how well are you financially to be able to spend $1,000
Yeah.
on this meet and greet session? Because I don't look at it as you paid $1,000 for a picture. I look at it as you paid $1,000 to meet your favorite artist, right?
Yeah.
Um, Now the age of the person and the financial situation of the person are definitely two pieces of that puzzle, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you and I were dating, because we didn't spend a lot of time dating without a combined household,
Mm-hmm.
I'd be like $1,000, bro. We could have spent that on this. But I would have said the same for myself, right?
Yeah.
But if they were in a different financial position, or not even in a different financial position, living separately, however it may be, and they had the money, I wouldn't think of anything because people really do be spending big money on these Meg the Stallion. I mean, not Meg the Stallion. You said Meg the Stallion. On these celebrity
Hubie said
yeah,
Meg.
Hugh said Meg the Stallion. I'm sorry. On these big concerts. Like I remember there was a girl when Beyonce's Renaissance tour went on sale. She bought tickets through a reseller because she was fear of missing out. And she spent like $1,300 to sit in the nosebleeds. And then she got pissed off because people were buying tickets after the fact for like $150 in that same section. And I'm like, well, that's your fault. You was too concerned about I'm gonna be there, not to think about the logistics of so many people buy tickets because you buy tickets months in advance for big concerts like that. And or they go on sale months in advance.
Yeah.
And then people realize they can't go. They financial situations change and it's just let me get my money back. You always have the bots that buy up tickets and then try to sell them for a higher resale value. And it's like people spending that much money on these tickets. You look at it like, bro, like I'm not gonna spend $1,200 for a ticket that's gonna be $100 in 3 months. I'm just gonna wait the 3 months and I'll get the ticket that way. I don't know what she's doing. Lily,
What are
let
you
him sit
doing?
at the table.
What
Let
are
him
you
sit at
doing?
the table. Um, I don't know. I wouldn't look at it from the standpoint of it was $1,000 on a ticket because they also, I mean, on a picture, they still got to also see the show in the midst of getting this picture taken with
Yeah.
him. I think maybe the issue is the pose because there were guys that paid for the picture, and like one guy and Chris
And,
Brown like posed like they favorite Dragon Ball Z
and
characters
I
or
think it
something.
was stupid.
I didn't say that wasn't stupid either, but
How much would you spend to see somebody? Like, what would be your limit?
I don't know.
Like to like not see their concert because obviously if you want to see this person, you're gonna pay what the ticket is costing. But to do the the meet and greet.
See, I don't think that I would ever pay for a meet and greet experience. At this point in life,
Yeah.
just because my life has put me in so many random positions to just meet people that like I'd be like, if I'm supposed to meet them, I'm just running to them in the airport.
Well, the thing I think about it's like I don't like the value of a
Mhm.
meet and greet is like do we get a chance to talk or because now like my younger me, yeah, I'll pay for a meet and greet if I could afford it.
Mhm.
But how old am I? 37-year-old me. I'm like I don't know anybody that's like I'm just like dying to meet. And
Like I
if
think
it
about
is
it,
a
the only person right now in my life that I would fangirl over is probably Andre 3000, and he be in the airport playing the flute.
yeah, but the thing about it is, it's like
He also not doing mean greets.
yeah, the thing about it is like I'm more interested in having conversation. Like, would you if somebody was having a dinner and you got a chance to actually talk and Q&A with a person, yeah, I'll probably pay for that. You know what I'm
But
saying?
just, oh my God, hey, my name is Artika. I'm your biggest
Yeah,
fan.
you sign this for me. Because I don't see the value in that, because I'm still looking at it from a standpoint of this is my dollar that I work for,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and I have better uses for my dollar.
Mm-hmm.
Like anything I spend on you just to say, hey, could be going to my kids, could be going to my wife, could be going to my house. Um, but if I can get something more valuable out of it, then yeah, I may invest some money into it.
I think the most I've ever paid for like a concert ticket
Good
is like a
morning, family.
couple $100s.
Jack Glenn.
Good morning, y'all. Couple $100s is probably the most I've ever spent on a concert ticket. Um, Never paid for a meet and
Little
greet
boy,
experience,
stop.
and
Go sit
that's
back down.
kind of it. But yeah, that's pretty much all I had on that one.
It's crazy because you start thinking about the stuff you spend money on. Because like I still have this question, and I wish I had somebody to ask this question to. Like back in high school, the dudes that had like the old school cars sitting on them things,
Mm-hmm.
beating out the frame. I always was like, man, how y'all afford this, man? Because I'm doing the same thing y'all doing.
Mm-hmm.
I can't afford that, you know, type of thing. But then I start looking at the things that I buy, right? And I'm like, my money is just spent differently from their money,
Mm-hmm.
and and stuff like that. So it's like I could, but but it's like trying to figure out that thing and the things that you like, because I'll spend $3,000-4,000 on a camera
Mm-hmm.
versus $3,000-4,000 on anything else.
Boy, will you. All I could think was that this had to be a younger couple that wasn't well established. It was a pick, not the girlfriend starting a relationship with Chris Brown. Now, that was my thoughts behind it. I didn't understand the grounds for breaking up part of it because it's a picture. And
And that you don't understand the male's ego.
is it that fragile?
I mean, like it's not that it's the male's ego. It's the idea that your girl has basically um fanned out for another male, and
So, with the circumstances have been different, if say, um, it was Beyonce and not Chris Brown that $1,000 was spent on.
I would have the same feeling. Like if the girl took a prom picture with Beyonce
Mm-hmm.
for a
Because
thousand dollars,
Beyonce is like, yep, whatever pose you want to take, I'm with it.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I said, like I said, man. I think the grounds for breaking up is, it's not far fetched, but
These same women get jealous if you text a female friend twice in a week for free.
but nah, like I just think I can't say if it was Beyonce, I would be like,
It's
yeah,
because it's Chris Brown.
probably.
Is it because Chris Brown is single? Because would you do the same for saying, like Usher was out here ruining relationships, and those people didn't even pay for meet and greet passes.
Yeah.
They was just sitting
I think
in
I
the
think
area of the audience that he comes into.
I think it's the
Because I don't necessarily think it was
I
front
think it's
row.
the I think it's the ideal of opportunity. Go put it in the trash. The opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Bro, go.
Don't let these women gaslight you out of your standards.
Right. Uh
If my girlfriend If it's my girlfriend, I'm not tripping, especially if it's her money.
I think I'm more.
Tommy
I think the
Tommy
money
never got
part.
out of
Yeah, the money
the.
part is
You
what
also
bothers
never
me
got out of
more.
the marriage part of it.
Yeah, that too. I ain't had a girlfriend in what 8 years, 7 years,
Almost 8 years.
and then 1 year of that was my fiance. So it's like, but for example, my ex girlfriend and how crazy she was with Trey Songz. If it was a thing about um conversations that we had, right,
Mm-hmm.
and you basically, if I felt like I couldn't trust you with that
Mm-hmm.
in that pose or something like that, I would have an issue with it.
So maybe she was looking at from the standpoint of, or I'm sorry, was looking at it from the standpoint of, if Chris said it's a go, she would have went.
Yeah, but that's still a conversation,
Yeah, but that's also something that you should know.
and we shouldn't have it's hard to give an opinion about it. Hey, don't do that right now. Don't do that right now. Okay, just go put it up. Go put it up till we finish. Okay. Yeah. Go. Give it to her. Give it to her. Go put it up. Thank you. Um. Yeah. It's just a conversation they had before. Um.
That is not put up, by the way.
Where you supposed to go?
I don't know. Over there.
Okay.
All her toys
Lily,
are in here.
go pick it up and put it over there where your toys are. Out the way. Um. Yeah, man. They gonna throw me off. Dadding 101.
The day before Father's Day, on Father's Day Eve.
Put it over there. Huh? I see it. But yeah, that's probably just a conversation that they had before. And he was like, if you take a picture like this, I'm gonna break up with you. And he stood on this word. So
He
that's
was
what happened.
standing on business. Good morning. Um,
What's next?
I have one more thing. The bus in Atlanta.
Oh, you got the article.
I thought you had it pulled up.
So earlier this week,
You can send it to my phone if you want to just read it off my phone. Send to your devices.
what do you want, man?
All right. So there's one dead after a shooting on a hijacked Gwinnett County bus with a police chase up 85. So a gunman hijacked a bus that was in downtown Atlanta with 17 people on the bus while holding a gun to the bus driver's head. Um, the guy that did the hijacking of the bus was 39-year-old by the name of Joseph Greer. And he had previously been arrested 19 times and was a convicted felon. I did not read the circumstances or if they found out what he was trying to accomplish with this hijacking of the bus. Although people were saying that there was a actually I hadn't seen this one. So on Friday morning he had been booked into Fulton County Jail on more than this was after that, but on more than 24 charges, including murder, 14 counts of kidnapping, 13 counts of aggravated assault, and hijacking a motor vehicle, and more. I'm not sure exactly what his previous charges had been since he had been arrested more than 19 times before. The people that were on the bus were able to, I think, two different people called 911. One of them he threatened because they were talking to 911, and so they hung up. The other person just called 911 and just had the phone on. And then somebody was texting a family member, letting them know where they were. And that family member help the police track down the bus. Like they shut down 85. Um,
Oh, my fault.
they had to. I think they put the spikes out to like stop the bus, and then were able to get that. It says, I saw the hijacker's interview on the news before he admitted he was having a manic episode. He said he was bipolar and did not have medication for several weeks. This is the second time that I have known
Here.
about
Oh,
a person not having their medication,
mm.
and I don't
Go
want to
ahead,
say going
Grandma.
on a shooting spree, but that person that was at the doctor's office at Northside, where Bianca works,
Oh, yeah.
um, they didn't get their medication and decided that they were going to shoot somebody. I don't know where the disconnect is, and I don't even honestly remember. Okay,
Knock on the door.
I don't remember exactly what the interview was for that he did. I did see part of that interview, but I don't remember exactly what he was being interviewed for. It was like he said he would do something, and I was like, why are the news people interviewing him? And then it was in conjunction, like it was piecing together the story for this. Um, Go ahead. You looking at me like you gotta say something.
Nah.
It was just all very confusing, and why?
Yeah, I didn't understand like all the other parts to it, right? This first time I'm hearing about the other parts of him being bipolar and not taking his medicine and stuff like that. But I'm like, first off, why do you have a gun? Secondly,
As a
uh
convicted felon.
yeah. Secondly, why isn't there someone saying, hey, you need, like, why isn't there some type of resource for you to make sure that you have your medicine?
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing. The other thing is, if you're having a bad day, don't let somebody else don't put your bad day on somebody else's. Don't somebody say that?
Um,
Tabitha Brown. What did
Tabitha
she say?
Brown says, have a good day, and if you can't have a good day,
Don't
don't
worry.
you dare mess up somebody
Right,
else's.
right. So prime example, because it's like you really messed up their day, and then if that's the way that some people get around,
Mm-hmm.
like they're definitely probably not gonna do that
Yeah,
anymore.
I was talking to one of our friends who works at Georgia Tech about riding the bus into the city just because it allows you to not have to navigate traffic, and the bus will drop you off right at Georgia Tech. But in those situations, it's like, dude, like,
Good morning, Cody.
do you even want to do that?
Right. Um, but then it made me think about the movie Speed. I know you haven't seen that. But
Happy I didn't have to say that.
right. But basically the premise of the movie is they get on the bus and they can't stop the bus. I don't know why,
Mm-hmm.
right? But it's a bomb on the bus, and if they stop, the bomb is gonna go off.
Mm-hmm.
The issue that they ran into
Mm-hmm.
was that the freeway that they was on runs out.
Mm.
So either they were gonna blow up
It's like
or
in Alabama.
yeah. Just like but the issue is like the one in Alabama is
You
on
can
the
keep
ground.
curve around too.
It's on the ground. The one that they were on was
A
like
cliff.
Spaghetti Junction.
Ah.
So they was gonna fall off or they were gonna blow up or both.
So either ways it goes, it wasn't gonna end well.
It wasn't gonna end well. So but eventually they were able to get the bus stopped and everything like that. Whoever was the star in it saved the day. You know.
I
I
always
can't
think
I
about
always
stuff
get
like
Keanu
that.
Reeves and wait.
Mm-mm.
Tom Cruise. Keanu Reeves and Tom Cruise is who I get confused. Um, the guy from The Matrix,
Baby,
and
I didn't
Tom
see that.
Cruise is
Keanu Reeves. Okay. Tom Cruise.
Yeah, it had to be a very scary. That's a bad picture, Tom Cruise.
Out.
It had to be a very scary situation to see because you don't know what to do. They have a gun, you may not have a gun. Now, if you have a gun, then we at a draw.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then you got to think about the people around, and stuff like that. So it's like,
And then the person that did die, what happened there? Like, what was the breaking point in the other 17 living, but that person didn't?
yeah,
Um, no, I chuckled for a minute though because I was like Tom Cruise and Keanu Reeves, white man. Can't tell you anything that either one of them has
yeah.
been in,
It's their
and I know that they're
Mission
very
Impossible.
big stars,
Um,
but
was it Top Gear, Top Gun? Both of them.
my movie
Bill and
watching,
Ted. You remember that? Keanu Reeves was Bill and Ted. The Matrix. I know you know that.
I know what it is, but did I watch it? No.
This little boy is on Netflix and chilling.
Okay.
That's
Um,
too funny,
that
man.
was it for what I put in the thing.
Yeah.
You got nothing else?
Nah, man. I
All
really
right.
don't.
So we're gonna end up cutting this short this
This
morning.
the funny part about this is it's like, yeah, we gonna do this and have the kids in it, and she just right here. She had to change into her dress.
Mhm.
Par's like, let me get your phone, player. Let me get your phone. You got games on your phone?
I don't want to watch. He don't want games. He want
He just
videos.
want to push the buttons. Um,
Just one.
no, man, but it's funny how coming here now versus when we like first started coming. You know, with the kids are here, and you're like, man, these kids like are something else. Where are their grandparents at?
Yeah, my mom was gone to a funeral yesterday,
Like we ain't have these kids.
and when she got back, Tommy was like, "Where were you?
Where have you been? These kids here.
These are your grandchildren. You should be watching them."
These kids haven't seen you all this time.
Well, Lily's been with her for
I'm just saying they ain't seen you together, man. But it's funny because it's like you forget how
Okay.
to you forget how to be a parent when the grandparents are around because you're like, man, just go to your
I
grandma.
don't forget.
Man.
I just don't want to.
I forget. I'd be like, man, as long as they safe, they good.
Mm-hmm.
What?
You want to say you can't take them with you?
Right? They can't go. Oh, I wanted to say that so much yesterday when they looked. Can they go? And when they was here, it was so funny. I sure was like, I got mad at Artiga because Artiga went to sleep, and so I was like, somebody gotta watch them, and they gonna make me watch them. And I'm like, man, God, Lee, you want to watch Elmo? What you got it on here? Yeah, man, just go. Like, leave me alone. That is what I wanted to say. Cause I'm sitting up here trying to I don't know what I was trying to do, but it wasn't watch kids.
And one of my cousins was like, "Y'all want to get together?" I was like,
I would,
I
but
don't want my kids to come. And right now, you sound like you're planning a family situation.
yeah,
And I want to be family with y'all where we're the youngest people, not where our children are the youngest people. And because me and two of my cousins have children, it's like, where do these other kids, like, where do these kids go?
I'm just like, who gonna watch them?
I'm the only one who has both sides of their family here. So, um, yeah, it would just be, who's gonna watch these
Man,
kids?
we went outside yesterday, and we was probably out there 5 minutes, and I was like, I'm finna go back in the house because the weather here is ridiculous.
Yeah, at one point it was like 101 degrees.
Yeah, and I'm like, man, I work on the inside. Only time I go outside is to cut the grass or if the kids are playing and cool air. So they want to go outside. They fussing and fighting and running around the house, and I was like, man, let's just take them outside.
Give me the baby. Come
Man,
get
come get him.
him.
Come get. He here.
He literally is down the streets from
Yeah,
you.
come on,
I
come
will
on.
unlock the door.
That is too
Come
funny,
get him.
man. You want to what?
I will get a surprise for Clyde.
A surprise for Clyde.
Oh, okay. Stop, man.
I just want to go to Disney.
You what?
I just want to go somewhere with Dad.
You
We
going
are.
somewhere in a little bit.
We are. Yeah. Go wash your face or do something.
Yeah, go tell grandma help you brush your teeth. Anywho, anything hotter than 80 means in the house. I was in the house with a ceiling fan running and a oscillating fan blowing at me while I was taking my nap. I have no idea where his toothbrush is, and he's gonna get angry in a minute.
I don't know.
I know it's in the suitcase.
Yeah, man. Man, I ain't got to that age where like I remember like playing football. We outside in whatever we in morning D. We outside in our pads and stuff, and it's hot as I don't know what. Yeah, all right, cool. Track practice. I'm a track practice. It's hot. You see the heat waves on the track. Cool. Now I'm like, man, I done spent my time in the heat, man. I don't have to do that no more. Like if I worked in the heat, I get it, But because I don't, it's like
if I worked in the heat, the last thing I want to do is go back out in the heat for leisure.
right. Now if it's like we at a park or kids just outside and doing their thing, and I can sit down and do my thing, then okay. But I couldn't sit down back there.
I'm not the fun or outdoor parent.
But they want me to be involved with their play. I'm like, play with each other. That's what we had y'all for.
And that's why that's the thing. Like that's why you don't want a third one, because these two are already not playing together. I'm not trying to be three individual people's sole playmate.
But if we was in the inside, I would play with them. But we outside, man. Y'all can do your thing. Y'all can run around. Y'all got space to run around. That's the thing. They'll run in the house, right? But you get outside, they want to be right under you. I'm like, bruh, all this opportunity out there.
And my mother has a huge backyard.
Run up the hill and run down. I used to do it all the time.
Me too. In that very backyard.
Not that backyard, but a backyard.
But I'm saying in that very backyard.
You like, bro, but they be under you like a dang, like you the umbrella. You be like, man, come on, man.
Not doing it.
Man, one thing we could talk about is
you trying to push this to an hour?
Yeah, I mean, like I'm gonna give them an hour.
I was just
I'm gonna give you what I can give you.
I was like, man, we creeping to 45. I'm good there.
Look, I'm gonna give you what I can give you till I can't give you no more.
All right, go ahead.
Father's Day is coming up tomorrow.
It is tomorrow.
And I just wanted to tell you I appreciate my Father's Day gift.
You're welcome.
But I can't wait until the kids start giving me good Father's Day gifts.
They're not giving you any currently.
Right. And I still feel away because Father's Day is like on the list of holidays.
Mm-hmm.
Father's Day is under, I think, Halloween. Like Mother's Day is, where is that list at, man? Because I seen it, I was appalled.
Like most celebrated?
Yeah.
Is that the type of list it was?
Yeah.
Father's Day for me, I don't understand. Okay, let me go back. I understand why some people have issues with Father's Day because not having a daddy wasn't doing what they felt like a dad should do, blah blah blah, yada yada yada, right? But I also feel like when you have children with someone, that you should figure out ways to have some type of tradition of celebrating that person we haven't gotten into the tradition of celebrating Tommy yet, like where we know that things are going to consistently happen. But honestly and truly, the only holiday that we've worked out an actual tradition for is our Thanksgiving night.
Yeah.
And I say that because Thanksgiving night we putting up the Christmas tree.
Yeah.
That's pretty much as far as we've gotten. Um, Juneteenth gets more hype than Father's Day, and it's sad. Um, I guess I always grew up celebrating both of them like together in one weekend because the Juneteenth celebration in Memphis was usually always Father's Day weekend, and my dad and my granddad were always working Juneteenth, so it was an easy like I'm going to not only do Juneteenth, but I'm also spending the entire day with both my dad and my granddad.
Mm-hmm.
Usually until my granddad got tired of being outside. Um, and my dad ran out of food because he was always selling barbecue plates at Juneteenth.
Yeah.
But that was how my traditional Father's Day
I
weekend
can't find this
went.
list.
I don't know where that list is. That was my traditional Father's Day weekend with my dad and my granddad.
Yeah.
Tommy hasn't really suggested anything. Like the one thing that we do have that's like a tradition that's specifically for Tommy is for his birthday we do a seafood boil. I believe it's been 2 years in a row that we've done it specifically on Super Bowl Sunday, and not just like on his actual birthday, because this year the Super Bowl was like the day before your birthday.
Yeah.
And I think the year before it was like on your birthday, maybe.
Yeah.
Can't really remember exactly. But
Can I tell y'all what Quad just did?
Go ahead.
So he has a bowl of oatmeal on his table. He picks the spoon up with a spoonful of oatmeal, does this, closes his mouth. The spoonful of oatmeal is still on the spoon, and puts it back in the bowl, walks away as if he's chewing oatmeal. I was like, man, this dude here is a trip.
He's ridiculous.
I
don't remember which one of y'all said Quad got main character energy, but ever since you said it, I'm like, yes, he does. He is a main character. We are his supporting cast.
Yeah.
The world is his. D said we would do breakfast in bed for Father's Day. Deshauna said I didn't celebrate Father's Day growing up, but my fiance has duped me into celebrating him. His kids are grown, but he's a great dad, so I don't mind. Hubert said men need to do a better job of going where we are celebrated. Tired of birthday gifts from TJ Maxx. High Vibe said my dad always wanted peace, pride, and whatever food he desired. Then he would watch the game. It was you, Deshauna? Yes, he is a main character. We are the cast.
Man, but it's crazy to think about it, right? It's like, man, how do you celebrate dads in the same manner that you celebrate moms? And I think that's the thing. It's like that's why I wanted to make the podcast about dads, is because we have to celebrate the dads.
We're gonna figure it out.
To promote dadhood.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's just like me and you were talking about this while we were discussing ideas for the podcast.
Stop.
Usually for Mother's Day or even birthdays, you do what the person enjoys, right?
Yeah.
That's why brunch is like a big thing. I know that like church be crazy on Mother's Day because the mom is going to church, the kids and other family members are like, well, I'm just gonna go to church with her today. What is it inherently that's dad like?
I don't know.
And that's where the disconnect is.
But the thing is, it's like it's hard for a dad, right? Because like I look at my situation, man. If you pay the bill, you know that'll make me happy. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, it's one less thing I have to concern myself with, or take something off my plate. But we are a lot of times looked upon to be that everything, right? To be
Mm-hmm.
that Superman.
Mm-hmm.
And what do you give Superman? What was
Superman gotta tell us what he want.
what
Do he
was
want
what
mimosas?
was the question? What do you give a person that has everything?
Right.
Type of deal. And it's like, if I have to do this thing, I don't have time, or I don't like
I think
if I
that
if
Father's Day has to be like Christmas, for lack of better words, where you hint at something
yeah,
and then you get it.
right. You have to pay attention to things that they want and stuff like that. And I feel like it's a thing of, what do you want versus, I'm gonna get you this because this is what I think you want, or something like that. Because the thing about it is, it's like, you can't ask me what I want and expect me to give you a reasonable answer.
Well, and that's the thing. That's what I was about to say. For you, when you say that there are things that you want, they're always obviously far more expensive than you're willing to spend or than you can afford to spend in that moment. That's
Right.
why you want it,
Yeah.
because things that you want that are in your like scope of purchasing,
Mm-hmm.
I almost got to beat you to purchasing it.
Yeah.
And that's where the hard part is,
But
because you never be like, man, next time I go to Target, I'm gonna go look at so and so and such and such. It's always like like the one thing right now that I know you want to do is build a computer. When
yeah.
I started talking to you about the pricing of the computer, I was like, nah, I'm out. Because it's, and also you building a computer is not something that I can give you
yeah. Right.
because you want to build this computer.
Yeah.
So um I look at like me, I was almost about to buy what you bought me for Christmas, but I was more intentional about making sure that I got the kids Christmas gifts
Yeah.
and you were able to get what I wanted for me, because what I wanted wasn't an expensive gift. It
Yeah.
was just, while I'm in the store, I started looking at other stuff. Now, Tommy is trying to spend on himself.
I was just about to say, man. Yeah.
Like,
I make sure I get the household stuff taken care of. But if it's something I want, yeah, either I'm gonna save up for it, or if I got it, I'm gonna go get it.
yeah.
But that's the thing. It's like, I'm mentally trained to be like, well, ain't nobody else gonna get what I want for me,
Mm-hmm.
or and for me, it's more so about, it's not about the gift, right? It's more so about, somebody thought about me
Mm-hmm.
to say, I'm gonna get you this, and that's the thing. It's like, I appreciate gifts that you think about, instead of,
You
I
got
see it, man.
juice.
Go sit down and drink it. It's more so the thought of, you thought enough of me, because the shirt, you did, like, I really appreciate the shirt because you thought enough to say, man, I'm gonna get him a shirt because he don't got, like, for whatever
Mm-hmm.
your thought process was. But when I seen it and I figured out what it was, I was like, that I'm gonna wear this Friday when
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna wear it Monday, and stuff like that. But it's something, I'm going to like, or at least you think that I'm going to like. But the
You
biggest
hitting the
thing
mic.
about it was, there was a thought into it.
You were hitting the mic.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. But that's just like me getting you the Lily. You keep hitting the mic. Me getting you the massage gun.
Yeah,
That was one of those things that you hinted that you wanted. Now I don't know why you never bought that one for yourself, because it wasn't some like crazy expensive gift.
yeah,
But it was just one of those things that you said you wanted, and I was able to get it. And I hoped for like the month that I had it that you didn't go out and buy it yourself.
yeah. But it's just one of those things. Hey, take some time to think about what I'm doing. Take some time to just think about like, think about me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Instead of taking the cheat code and saying, hey, well, he said he wanted this, or he said he wanted that. I know for a fact that peace and quiet is a lot of times the thing that you want. So I try to think of things that, now take the kids away from you. Like,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of times I don't have a lot of places to go or anything like that. But if I can go do something with the kids, or watch the kids, or, we got something to do, I'll go do that with them and give you the peace and quiet that you want because I know you value that more than a gift. But that's me taking the thought into it, and I feel like a lot of times dads are slighted because I know I slighted my dad, even though I don't think he did his best, but I slighted him on a lot of times with my granddad, just because it's like I'm just giving him the card, but then my mom, I'm fixing her dinner, taking her out when I could, buying her flowers, buying her this, buying her that, giving her a little money, stuff like that. But that has been the norm in life, and most people do that. Maybe it's me not seeing a healthy dad relationship with their children, or something like that. But I mean, we need to have the conversation that that me and Artiga had about me going to Magic City. But
don't have it now.
No, we'll do that.
The funny thing is that most people would look at like Tommy does not do strip clubs.
Yeah.
And I've offered to take him, and he'd be like, "Nah, I'll pass." It's just one of those things.
We'll be like, you can go.
It's just one of those things. I was like, when Tommy doesn't go to a strip club when invited, it's gonna be looked at like I said something. I was like, nah, it's him.
Carl, get out the window.
What did D say? You will end up with things you don't need and can't throw away. Yeah. Absolutely.
And so I box them all in the spot. But that's the thing about Father's Day. It's like, man, you gotta figure out how to celebrate those things a little bit better.
Go over there.
Or don't celebrate Mother's Day as like celebrate Mother's Day the same way.
Well, I can't say that you should celebrate Mother's Day the same or differently, but what I can say is that Father's Day should be you should position yourself to be celebrated.
Yeah.
Like, ow, quiet. You hitting the mic. The things that most people would do for moms, you wouldn't necessarily want as a dad, right?
Yeah.
And so if you want to be presented, or like if you want Father's Day to be presented like Mother's Day is, you got to take those things. Do you want to go out for brunch?
Yeah, I'll go.
Okay. It's like one of those things, and it's like you can't be like, I ain't really want to do this, because that's a typical equivalent of what people would do for Mother's Day.
No, I think
dads don't be wanting flowers. What's your equivalent?
I don't know. Computers. I think
not the equivalent.
I think the thing is, it's like the thought into it. It's less thought into Father's Day than it is in Mother's Day, and I think that's the biggest issue when it comes to it. Put thought into what you're doing for your father. Just because he's put thought into, and I can't speak for all dads because dads get a bad rep. It's a today's society. We was talking about that the other day about my homeboy. Like how I wasn't upset he stopped talking to me, but I was upset that he stopped talking to his kids. Dads get a bad rep because of people of the option of dad being in there.
Give me 5 minutes. I'm gonna come over here, okay?
Of dads being the option, where what is the saying? Mama's baby, daddy's maybe. We get a bad rep for that just because of it.
Well, it's because in so many situations, especially situations without both parents living in the same home.
Yeah.
Kids do typically reside with mom. Mom has to make more life sacrifices than dad. So I think that the tides will change, because we were looking at that story. We actually talked about it last week about more two-parent households,
Yeah.
not necessarily saying that they're married couples, but more two-parent households, we have more of them now than we ever have before, especially in the Black community.
Yeah.
And when we look at those two-parent households, we look at it like, well, now dad is present 100% of the time, and it puts you in a position to say, hey, y'all celebrate me. I'm the daddy. I'm here every day. You ain't have to get it out the trenches. This is your trench.
Right. I dug you out the trench. Like I made it. I put the dirt in there, so it's not a trench. I built you a bridge. Stop, man. Here.
Yeah, I just think that it's just one of those things.
Y'all stop, man.
That and time we want to make it to an hour.
We did.
Yeah.
It's not that I wanted to make it to an hour.
It's
just, shit. We just up here talking. We allotted this hours. Let's talk.
I forgot what I was about to say.
I don't know.
Anywho, you gotta put yourself in the position to be celebrated. Because people can tell you all day how much they appreciate you, how much they love you, and they care about you. But if you want an outward display of that, then tell people what you like, because they don't be knowing.
Yeah. Anyway,
you just said yeah because you ain't gonna do it.
No, it's not a secret what I like and
don't
like.
No, you have to say it.
Man, okay. But to all the dads out there, I personally want to say Happy Father's Day. I appreciate you for stepping up, because I understand the thought and the process that you go through as a man in the world, and then also as a dad in the world. I understand all that. See, because I go through it.
Said it, closed mouths don't get fed. It can't be a you know what I want. It has to be a this is what we're gonna get. Like I told you, the year my mom wanted a patio set. She went and bought the patio set and then told us how much we owed her. And when people asked her, she was like, my kids bought me a patio set for Mother's Day. But it wasn't that we was like, oh, mama should get a new patio set.
Man,
she literally just went out and bought it.
Let me try that. My wife can be like,
well, we had the conversation beforehand that she was gonna go pick out her own Mother's Day gift. And
my wife can be like, hey bro, you bought that.
My mom was always doing it. Quiet is doing the most.
Man, but it's a thing of, man, you just want the celebration to be more evenly balanced between the parents, because if the parent is there to be celebrated, I think you should. And it goes deeper than just Father's Day. It's fathers are the forgotten parent in some cases, I feel like, because we're not necessarily needed during the childbirth, but we're there. For so long, like in our case, Artika didn't pump, so it's like for so long I couldn't feed the child. I would just be able to burp him or change his diaper and stuff like that, and that's frustrating too. But you're there, you're waiting to be tagged in, and you never get the tag. So it's more than that, understanding where dads come from in certain situations, just to be there, and then the fear of missing out on the kids, because we have to make sure that the kids have what they need, make sure the family has what they need. That was something me and Artika was talking about earlier this week, is that I have a fear of whatever I do and wherever I take it, the kids are gonna, like, y'all are gonna miss out on it just because on the back end. Just because I don't have the time to do X, Y, and Z, because I'm over here doing whatever I need to do to make sure that we're straight. And that's going to be leaned on more.
That's exactly it. If you ask Tommy about leaving the house, he'd be like, no.
Right, because okay.
You
Okay.
got it.
Y'all right. Like I bought this house, man. Yeah, I want to be in it too. Like that's where I like to be. I like to be at home, grilling, chilling, drinking a beer. Or something, man.
So what
Just
you saying is next year I just need to go buy the meat,
why
make
I
sure
got a
some
grill?
charcoal.
You grill, now I sit by the grill.
Oh, you don't want me to grill.
See,
You want to be able to eat the food, don't you?
I like great conversation. I like technology. Let me hook up something. Anyway, man, we finna get out of here, man, because the kids are getting rambunctious and like we just dragging it on. We love you guys. We appreciate you guys. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there listening. I want you guys to have a great weekend. I want you guys to enjoy your family, allow your family to enjoy you, and we love you guys. We're glad that you took some time out this Saturday to spend with us, and we out. Oh
Bye,
yeah, happy
y'all.
Juneteenth too.
Yep,
Peace.
got a couple of minutes because it's the same weekend.